Willie McCullum 700 McCullum Small Engines, and in today's video we're going to review the EFCO DS2210S 2-stroke trimmer. I'm going to go over things I like and don't like about it, as well as the specs. So this trimmer has a 21.7cc 2-stroke engine. It's got a 125-hour durability period, and these 2-stroke engines will last longer than the durability period anyway. That just tells you the durability period of the trimmer. It's got a easy load cutting head, which is basically similar to a speed feed. It's called a load and go head. You stick the line through it and wind it like you would a speed feed, or you can load it manually. It also has a greasable cutting head gearbox. It's got a momentary kill switch. So as far as the filter goes, it's got a foam filter. Does not have a spark arrestor, and it uses an NGK spark plug. Now let's go over what I'd like and don't like. I'm going to go over the cons first. It's got a small fuel tank, which if you have a pretty good sized yard, you'll be alright, but you'll be refueling more often. But it has enough to do a pretty good sized property. And it's not that fuel efficient. And another thing I don't like is the guard is too small. Me personally, I prefer a guard on my trimmer, and I'll tell you why. To keep my line at a consistent length, and it just protects my legs. But if you're a lawn care guy, you would want your guard off to save line and productivity, which is understandable. But from a longevity standpoint, you'd really have to listen to the engine to make sure it has a high RPM instead of just bogging down. So another thing I don't like is it does not have a spark arrestor, but that's not a big deal. Around here anyway, in California it's a big deal. And it works good. Cannot complain about it. Cannot complain about it. But it does is easy to start. The starting procedures are here. You press the bulb 6 times, set choke to full, pull the rope till it pops or starts. Then release the choke. Then let it fire up in 5. And let it warm up too. That'll make it last longer, letting it warm up. So another thing I'm going to point out is that everything's just easy to get at. It's an easy service trimmer. I mean, air filter's easy to get at, primer bulb's easy to get at, spark plug, the line's easy to load, and gearbox is easy to load. Now one thing about this trimmer is that it is way more powerful than a comparable Echo trimmer or some other trimmers out there. I don't know if it has a solid steel drive shaft like some other Japanese weed eaters may have, but this is an Italian weed eater. Before y'all tell me in the comments, it's made in China, but that's not a big deal for me. It's Italian anyway because it's Italian design. So it's a good trimmer. So far it's been good. I've used it for several hours and it's never disappointed me. I'll tell you what came with it. It came with this tool here, which is you stick it in the head and you can remove the cutting head to replace for like a blade. It came with a spark plug tool to remove your spark plug. It's got this wrench to adjust your handle and guard. It came with a distributor list and warranty information, and it came with a manual. I personally keep the manual because I could use it for reference, or just in case I'm bored I can read it. So overall it's a good weed eater. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would. I love it. It saved me time and it's more powerful than my Echo. Now what I'm going to do is do a first-person demonstration of this trimmer. I'll be right back.